Welcome to second day online classes for MSc Physics, PVKN Government College, Chittoor, Department of Physics and Electronics. This is K. Venkatadri, lecturer in Physics, PVKN Government College, Chittoor. And then introduction to elements and periodic table. Therefore, introduction to periodic table. Therefore, periodic table has the different types of elements. Therefore, periodic table contains as the periods, 7 periods and 18 groups. This is called as the periods. This is called as 7 periods, and it is called as the 18 groups. Therefore, these 7 groups and 18 groups have the different types of elements. That is called as the alkalic elements, alkaline earth elements, transition elements, and transition metals, and other metals and other non-metals. Next, halogens, noble gases, rare earth elements, and lanthanide elements, and actinide elements. These are the different kinds of elements. Therefore, alkalic metals and alkaline earth metals, transition metals, and other metals and other non-metals is also are the different kinds of elements. Therefore, it consists about the it have the different properties and different structures. It is depending upon the different elements. Next, introduction to semiconductors. What are the semiconductors? Semiconductors are the materials which have a conductivity between the conductors and insulators. Therefore, conductors is also called as the metals. Insulator is also called as the ceramics. Therefore, the difference between the conductors, metals and ceramics, this called as the semiconductors. Therefore, semiconductors can be compounds such as gallium arsenide, pure elements such as germanium or silicon. Physics explains the theories, properties and mathematical approaches governing semiconductors. Therefore, examples of semiconductors. Therefore, gallium arsenide, germanium and silicon are some of the most commonly used semiconductors. The silicon is used in the electric circuit fabrication, and gallium arsenide is used in solar cells, laser diodes. These are the different types of semiconductors, or these are the examples of semiconductors. And holes and electrons in semiconductors. Therefore, holes and electrons are represented in the different in the comparing to atom or elements. Atom have consist of electrons, protons, neutrons. In this semiconductor materials, electrons and holes are protons is also called as the holes and protons. Therefore, holes and protons are the types of charge carriers accountable for the flow of current in semiconductors. Holes is called as the valence electrons, or the positively charged electric carrier, whereas electrons are the negatively charged particles. Both electrons and holes are equal in magnitude but opposite in polarity. And then mobility of electrons and holes. In a semiconductor, the mobility of electrons is higher than that of the holes. It is mainly because of their different bond structures and scattering mechanism. Therefore, electrons travel in the conduction band, whereas holes travel in the valence band. Therefore, when an electric field is applied, holes cannot move as freely as electrons due to the restricted movement. The evolution of electrons from their inner shells to the higher shells result in creation of holes in semiconductor, such as the holes experience stronger atomic force by the nucleus than electrons. Holes have the lower mobility. Their mobility are different from the electrons and holes. And concept of electrons and holes in a semiconductor. These are the silicon is the semiconductor material. Therefore, silicon is the semiconductor material. That silicon has the 4 valency electrons. That 4 electrons are shared to the another silicon atom. Therefore, this silicon atom, this silicon and this silicon is sharing to the both two electrons, the sharing of electrons. Therefore, the valence bond. Therefore, this is the free electrons. This is free electrons and hole. These are the hole. Therefore, when one of the free electrons leaves the lattice position, this is called as the one free electron. It is called as the one lattice position. It creates a hole. This hole thus takes the opposite charge of the electron and can be imagined as positive charge carriers moving in the lattice place. Next, bond theorem of semiconductor. Therefore, the introduction of bond theory happened during the quantum revolution in science. Walter Hettler and Fritz London discovered the energy bands. We know that the electrons in an atom are present in different energy levels. When we try to assemble a lattice of a solid with n atoms, then each level of an atom must slip up into n levels in the solids. This splitting up of sharp and tightly packed energy level form energy band. The gap between adjacent bands representing a range of energies that possess no electron is called band gap. Therefore, the band gap between the any two atoms or any two levels of the atom. Therefore, that is called as the lower level and higher level. Therefore, the electron will split from the lower level to higher level. Therefore, the energy between the sharply and tightly packed to the two energy levels. That energy levels is called as the energy band. That energy band is also called as the energy gap between the two electrons. Therefore, that is called as the valence band and the conduction band. Valence band consists of the valency electron. The energy band involved in the energy level of the valence electron is known as the valence band. It is the highest occupied energy band. When compared with the insulator, the band gap in semiconductor is smaller. It allows the electrons in the valence band to jump into the conduction band and receiving an external energy. In case of external energy is given to the any atom, it jumps from the lower energy level to higher energy level. That is called as the valence band. Therefore, conduction band lowest occupied band that includes the energy level of the positive or negative charge carriers. It has conducting electrons resulting in the flow of current. The conduction band possesses high energy level and are generally empty. The conduction band in semiconductor accepts the electrons from the valency band. This is called as the valency band. And then energy band diagram of semiconductor, conductors and insulators. Therefore, energy bands, the energy gap, therefore the gap between the conduction band and valency band. Therefore, valency band is called as the highly occupied the electrons. The conduction band is lowerly occupied the electrons. Therefore, the electrons, here is the electrons are highly, tightly occupied the electrons in this region. It is held very slowly or roughly occupied the electrons. Therefore, this is called as the band gap in insulator. And semiconductor, the band gap between the conduction and valency band. Therefore, this is called as the metals. These comparing these metals, semiconductor and insulator, the band gap will be very closest to the metals, and comparing to the metals and semiconductors, these two, the difference between the energy band gap is very less compared to semiconductor. And compared to insulator and semiconductor, the semiconductor having the less band gap, and band gap is more in insulator. That's why the insulator having the electrons freely passing. Therefore, the energy band gap is different from the different materials. Therefore, what is Fermi level in semiconductor? Fermi level denotes F is representing between the valency band and the conduction band. It is highest occupied molecular orbital at absolutely zero. The charge carriers in this state have their own quantum states and generally do not interact with each other. When the temperature rises above absolutely zero, these charge carriers will begin to occupy states above, is called as the Fermi level. There are two types of semiconductor material, that is called as the p-type material, p-type semiconductors and n-type semiconductors. Therefore, p-type semiconductor increasing the density of the unfilled states, therefore accommodating the more electrons, is called as the p-type material at lower energy level. And n-type semiconductor, the density of states increases, therefore accommodating the more electrons at higher energy level. Therefore, comparison between the p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor is lower energy level. Therefore, more electrons accommodated in p-type semiconductor in lower energy level, and higher energy level or more electrons are accommodating in the higher energy level. These are called as the p-type material, p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor. And the properties of semiconductor. Semiconductors can conduct electricity under preferable conditions or circumstances. This unique property makes it an excellent material to conduct electricity in a controlled manner as required. Unlike conductors, the charge carriers in semiconductor arise only because of external energy. It causes a certain number of electrons to across the energy gap and jumps into the conduction band, leaving an equal amount of unoccupied energy states, that is called as the holes. Conduction due to electrons and holes are equally important. Resistivity is 10 to the power of minus 5 to 10 to the power of 6 ohms per meter. And a conductivity 10 to the power of 5 to 10 to the power of minus 6 mho. Temperature coefficient of resistance is negative. The current flow due to the electrons and hole